Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Critical Reactions with your host, Bryan. Sorry about yesterday. Family emergency kind of thing. My daughter had flu-like symptoms and was out of school. And as I've stated before, family comes first for me. I do enjoy doing these videos. I love reading your comments and engaging with you guys, but you know, family's first. I don't want you guys to yeah, family's first. We're just gonna leave it at that. Today I'm going to be reacting to some stuff I can't pronounce, and I'm gonna probably butcher this. It's been requested for quite a while now. This is just a handful of the comments I found. Um, so thank you guys for requesting Igorrr. I don't know if the three R's means I gotta roll it. Maybe it's just Igorrr. And the song is ieuD. Although the last letter is capitalized, so I'm wondering if maybe it's backwards, but at least in my language, "du" is not a word. I also see that Scarlet 2.0 was requested as long as Tout Petit. Yep, that's French, and I'm not going to try to finish that because yep, that's just going to be a disaster. Yes, so I'm a little afraid because that top comment by Taj says, or maybe their new one, very noise. And very noise is kind of what we've been doing lately. System of a Down's Mind was very noisy. Um, actually, I guess that's it. We haven't really been doing much that's been noisy. Let me get out of the way of that comment box. That is not cool just to like. There you go. Alright, alright, let's get into this. So this is Igorrr, and the song is ieuD. And I'm probably butchering those, but yeah, I can get into this. We got a harp, or maybe a harpsichord. It's a little deeper than a harp. Ooh. That's a very round baritone sound that guy's got. Very full. Yeah, this guy, he's upset about something. And I like how the music is using... I don't know the chords that the music's using, but it's definitely working with... Whoa. Jeez. Those are blast beats, aren't they? Alright guys, you got my attention. Where is this going? Right? This is the first bit of groove in the whole song. Lots of digital work on what it sounds like is all non-digital music. What? All right. All right. All right. So I understand where that was requested now. Uh, so far, I haven't really done anything on this channel that's kind of been experimental. I think Mind by System of a Down would probably be the closest we get into that territory. This is raw experimental music that happens to use distorted electric sounds. Um, I don't really want to classify it as metal. I don't want to say, this is experimental metal. I believe this is experimental first and foremost. It just happens to use sounds and instruments that belong to the metal genre. And because of that, I think it's very difficult to talk about it as a metal song. It does a lot of really interesting things and it mashes a lot of ideas together in a lot of ways that requires a lot of technical proficiency for the people performing them. And I appreciate everything I just said about that sentence. Igorrr is not something I would necessarily listen to every day. It's more of a piece of art that I can enjoy when I'm presented with it, but not something necessarily I would go and listen for entertainment. Um, at least this song. They mashed together all sorts of really interesting ideas and genres. We had classical. We had a lot of classical chord progressions there at the beginning. We had some operatic stuff with this female vocalist. Um, Even the male vocalist in his cleans had it wasn't operatic, but it was more of like a theater sound. It still wasn't a vocal style you typically hear in metal. Um, But then we get to the heavy parts, and it's just tremolo picking and blast beats and wall of sound and stuff really associated with metal. Just really chaotic stuff. Oh, and the high pitched or the higher end screaming, the fry stuff that the male vocalist was doing, and it just all got mashed together. There was even a part where the female vocalist put some very hard distortion on a very high held note. She started out singing it operatically, and then it kind of turned into more of a scream, and not like a singing scream, but like a feral scream, like what you would do if you were legitimately scared. Um, just a lot of crazy things being put in it, and then obviously the transitions. You can't talk about the song without looking at the transitions and just the wild leaps of emotions that get just basically it's like just turning on a dime. You just 1 second we're heavy metal, the next second we're operatic, the next second we're screaming our heads off, the next second it's a harpsichord. Like it's just pure chaos. And the cool thing is, I mean, if that all of that wasn't cool enough already, um, I said that everybody involved was exercising some technical proficiency. And I don't want to say that that's just on the musicians and the singers, because the production of this also required a lot of skill. There was a lot of digital editing being done but I don't think there were any digital instruments. I didn't hear anything that would be a synth or electronica or anything like that. Um, but it added this electronic edge to it with the repetition and the harsh repeating, and just some of the looping that was not looping, some of the editing that was done musically. It was all done with the instruments being played and the voices being used, but it was edited in a way to sound like, like techno. So the producer or the editor, whoever was in charge of handling that stuff, especially the last minute, I would say, which is where that kind of stuff really started to take center stage. Um, they're they definitely showcased a lot of their skill as well, even though they weren't, one of the performers. They didn't play an instrument, but they still had a huge role in the music and the sound of the music and the feel of the music. Uh, I mean, this was a ride, and it is, for all intents and purposes, to me, a work of art. And I'm interested to see if the rest of their stuff is like that. I can't I can't imagine that you could make something like this and then go write a song that's, commercially viable, or something that's just more mainstream as a whole. It seems like the people who will be writing this have that creativity where they need to draw outside the line. I can't see them constraining themselves into writing a more typical piece of music. So I kind of think that they are just the artsy type of people, and they're going to have more stuff like this. And if so, I am all for that. I need to hear more of this. Like I said, it's not something that I'm going to put in the car on the way to the store or something like that, but it's something I do want to listen to kind of expand my understanding of music, and to see what other people are, kind of pushing the boundaries, and I can appreciate it for that. So, yeah, to everybody who suggested Igorrr, this is a very welcome surprise. I kind of felt like I knew what I was coming into at the beginning with the harpsichord, and every expectation I had was destroyed. I had the rug pulled out from under me multiple times throughout the song, and that yeah, that was a good surprise. So, let me know what you guys thought. Was this too experimental? Is this too artsy to be called music for you? Let me know while you're down there in the comments. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, and I will be back tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. as usual. And until then, you all have a real quick. If you've stayed this long, I hope I should have put this at the beginning. I have uploaded the Tesseract uh of matter. I think it's of matter. The of matter reaction onto Google Drive. The link is it's in the comments. No, it's in the post discussion posts. I don't know, whatever YouTube's tech stuff is called. I'm gonna put one in this description box for this video as well if you want to go watch that. Um, it is probably my one of my favorite reactions so far, and I was really devastated to see that it was blocked. It kind of sucks that it's not going to get the eyes on it that I was expecting, which would have put tons of comments down that I could have talked with people about. This is something I really wanted to talk with people about. And yeah, it just kind of sucks that I'm not going to get to do that, but at least you guys are going to be able to see it. I don't know how long it's going to be up. My Google Drive is just about full, and I still have 3 more videos to put up, and one of them is an hour long. It's an album reaction. So I'm still looking for alternative places to put this stuff because my Google Drive is filling up. But at least for now, 2 of my band videos are up. The first one was Rush, and now we got Tesseract. So yeah, so that's that. And so as I was saying, I'll be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. as usual. And until then, you all have a fantastic day.